Hey there and welcome back to race number 12 in this F1 22 manager career. We're Aston Martin and we're going to France next. A quick little recap. Last race picked up 12 points. It took us to P6 in the Constructors. Sebastian Vettel sits 10th and Esteban Ocon, our new signing, sits in 11th. So a strong position in the table for our team who is projected to finish P9 or P8. We have got a school invitation. Response required, and we're definitely going to be attending that. Although we do lose staff experience for 7 days, it's good to get in and about and spread the word of Aston Martin, isn't it? So some development points for our drivers. Sebastian Vettel gains 1, even though he is coming to the end of his career, he's still picking them development points up. Esteban Ocon also picks 1 up, so we're going to sync that into braking. After having a quick think about it, which takes him up to an 86 rated driver, which is great for the team long term. Obviously, we're hoping that he'll partner Oscar Piastri, our development driver, who's also picked up a point, and we're putting that into smoothness, which is really low. But putting smoothness up to 52 has made Oscar Piastri a 76 rated driver, and he'll be gaining experience points left, right, and centre with a high growth potential, aiming to take Sebastian's seat. Looking at our staff, our technical chief gets a development point we'll put into chassis, and a FIA regulation vote here. Do we want to award a pole position bonus point from now on? Now for us personally, it's a no, because we're nowhere near pole position at this stage in our career. Maybe later on down the line, possibly. We've got all our engineers assigned to rear wing and underfloor. 1 for this year, 1 for next year. The helipad needs refurbing. How are all the millionaires going to get on the helipad? As the FIA bring back the sport change regulation, and from now on, you will get a bonus point for pole position, effective from next year. Only 3 teams voted against that, so we'll jump into France, going to Paul Ricard.
It's Grand Prix time here in Le Castellet. The very first horseless carriage race was organised in France in 1894. Since then, well, the carriages have only gotten faster. For the Grand Prix here, Paul Ricard boasts a fine collection of low, medium and high-speed corners. The scene curve is taken at breakneck speed, right before heavy braking.
So we join then as we go into Sebastian Vettel's last lap in Q1 to try and get him over the line into Q2. As you can see, his first time there has put in P15 and Esteban is in P14. Just roughly about 1/10 of a second quicker is Esteban Ocon at his home Grand Prix in France, Paul Ricard. Sebastian negotiating sector 1 very nicely here, sets a green sector 1, which is positive. Well, he's complaining of warm tyres. You just need to nurse them around for 1 lap, so hopefully he can just push on and there's not too much degradation to his lap time as we start getting into the 322 kilometers per hour. DRS open up down that back straight. What will sector 2 be? Esteban only sets a yellow sector 1, which is worrying. Sebastian sets a green sector 2. Will we get the drivers out of Q1? Esteban setting a yellow sector 1 is not going to help matters. Look who's behind us. So we've got Latifi and Albon, who we can sort of guarantee will also be behind us. But Lance Stroll in the Alpine should be faster, really. Zhou Guanyu should be faster. Mick Schumacher's touch and go. The Haas car is faster, but is Mick Schumacher faster than Sebastian Vettel? Well, we'll find out right now as Sebastian goes round the last corner, goes down the home straight. DRS opens up. Where does he put himself? So he's only jumped up to P13. Esteban Ocon just about to come round that final corner. His DRS opens up. Nobody else has finished just as of yet. Gasly goes faster. Lance Stroll jumps ahead of everybody. Ocon goes ahead of Vettel again. So both drivers knocked out. Esteban P16, Sebastian P17. Disappointing for the team there. I thought we had something in it, but let's get into the race then.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
We didn't see the best qualifying effort from Aston Martin, but Formula One races can certainly be unpredictable. So how will today...
So, strategy for the race then, and it is aggressive. Sebastian Vettel start on the soft tyre. Esteban Ocon starts on the medium, goes to the hard, but with doing that, we can go aggressive from both tyre strategies.
Now we should have good weather for the race, and that will be welcome news for the teams. And there we've got Esteban Ocon. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. And for the second driver, it's Sebastian Vettel. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. Will their hard work pay off today? And here we go with the French Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
So there we go, lights out the way we go as Crofty gets us underway for the Paul Ricard Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel in P17, Esteban Ocon in P16. Can they make any opening places up on this first corner? Aggressive racing start from both, but Sebastian's actually gone back 2 places. He's in P19. He's aggressive on the soft tyre and he's going back, he's regressing. What is happening there? He's fighting the Williams there of Alex Albon, trying to go around the outside. Esteban receiving some encouraging words from his engineers. A take. He tries to overtake and it doesn't come off. Sebastian gains 1 place now.
Aston Martin with a great play there.
He's fighting the Haas. Can he take the inside line? It's not there for him. So Mick and Sebastian fighting here, 17-18. Sebastian gets past him there, that's great. That's what we need. Both drivers on the overtake mode.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
So, Lewis Hamilton is down in P15 in the Mercedes. Quite interesting. I wonder if he took a penalty or he just had a bad start. Ocon attempting to get past him now. As they come to finish off this opening lap in the French Grand Prix. Both Aston Martin side by side, P17, P16. As we chase down Lewis Hamilton in P15 in the Mercedes. We jump further on into that second lap. Look how close Esteban Ocon is getting. And I think he's actually just been held up a little bit because Danny Ricciardo swifted out the way of Lewis. He's got on the brakes. Ocon trying it up the inside. Lewis Hamilton makes a great move there on Daniel Ricciardo. Are we going to make Daniel Ricciardo's life a little bit more miserable as we try it up the inside using the Mercedes as a slipstream? And it looks like we actually take the place. Go around the corner. On the inside, nicely done. And look who's getting involved now. Sebastian Vettel spots an opportunity. Daniel Ricciardo is overtaken by Esteban's great move. On lap 3, Ocon still in front of Ricciardo. Can Vettel do something on Daniel now? Doesn't take the chance. Oh, she's locked up. Oh, there's debris everywhere. And there's a slow-moving McLaren. What's happened here? So Sebastian's front wing is damaged. Let's have a look what's happened. So we see Vettel and Ricciardo. Oh, Vettel's locked his brakes up.
The collision. It's caused absolute carnage.
Vettel locks his brakes up and goes into the side of Daniel Ricciardo. So he pits now for a new front wing. That is massively disappointing from Sebastian, as it only just comes out the pit lane now. Somehow Daniel Ricciardo survived that incident with not as much damage. But Daniel's 33 seconds off 18th place. Sebastian's 6 seconds off Daniel Ricciardo. So Sebastian's nearly 40 seconds away from P18. So what a massively, massively disappointing start from Sebastian. I think all eyes now are on Ocon for this race. If there's any hope of us getting a point, this is where it's coming from. Ocon's still on the aggressive medium tyre strategy, starting to build up a little bit of fuel. So we'll burn that off now. We're going to give that a go. We're chasing down Kevin Magnussen in the Haas. 0.3 of a second. DRS opens up on this long straight for us. Can we do anything? We look a little bit too far back. Definitely are a bit too far back there. So Sebastian Vettel's strategy is going to be altered now because of that pit stop. As Ocon pits for his only stop of the race onto the hard tyre. We jump forward a couple of laps here.
That's it.
We're on lap 34. We've just gained a place from Lance Stroll, who he replaced at Aston Martin.
Aston Martin with a great play there.
Let's have a quick
They've moved
check
up a
of that.
place. We can take a look now.
So you
Now
see
have a watch of
Esteban
this.
going
Looks
up
like
the
Ocon.
inside on the home straight. Nicely done. He even gets DRS for his troubles. And off he goes. It's a great move. Lap 42 now. Biding our time.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
So we did a little bit of harvesting for that lap, and now look at us, we're deploying the battery. Can we get past Valtteri Bottas in P12? Can we get it done before the corner? Valtteri on medium tyres. Nicely done. What a move to go up the inside. Valtteri's not letting it lie though. He takes that position back. Can we do any late braking manoeuvres here? No, Esteban's not got it, unfortunately. That is because we're deploying the battery though, remember. I imagine that Valtteri is on overtake mode. But we're just building the battery up a little bit so that we can drain it and hopefully get a bit of a jump
Looks like Aston
on
Martin have just gained a race position.
our rivals.
5 more laps. 5 more laps.
So I'm not too sure our engineers can count, but it's not 5 more
4
laps.
more laps to go. 4 more laps.
Well, there you go. It's quickly changed his mind. Learned how to count in a very, very quick time. Because we're still fighting Valtteri Bottas. And this isn't even a fight for points yet. This is a fight just for P11. We're on lap 51. Halfway through it now. Because on lap 53, it just didn't come to us this race. We're finishing the race in P12 for Esteban Ocon. Vettel went through. He was that far behind.
I think there was clearly something wrong with the
Before
car
that,
today.
in P17, Esteban's not happy with the car. So the team do celebrate, but it's nothing to celebrate too much about. Esteban does gain 4 places, to be fair to him, gets himself up to P12. Sebastian stays plumb P17. Had to do 2 pit stops, which ruined his strategy and was lapped in that race, which is disappointing. Charles Leclerc wins the French Grand Prix with the fastest lap to Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. That means in the drivers, Max Verstappen goes up to P2, but he's still 51 points behind Charles Leclerc. We stay P10 and P11 respectively with Vettel and Ocon. In the Constructors' Championship, we are still P6, even though some of our competitors gain points. Haas and AlphaTauri with 6 and 4 points. Haas go up to P8. Ferrari still in P1 and have a commanding, roughly, 80-point lead there, 60-point lead. So they're not doing bad at all. So that was France. Cheers for watching. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and make sure you check out the next episode when we go to Hungary and the Hungaroring hoping for a haul of points better than France. Cheers.